everyone. In our today's class, we will see what are the qualities, features, or essentials or requisites of good market segmentation. Okay, so in order for any company to be successful with their market segmentation, which are the things or which are the essential characteristics they have to keep in their mind. Okay, and this thing you can expect it for 5 marks in your examination. The first one is suitability. The segmentation must have all suitability with firm's internal and external situation. It must suit with resources, objectives, and policies of the firm. Okay, so it is nothing but suppose if you are going for mass production. Okay, suppose if you are thinking of manufacturing toothpaste and your audience is the entire nation, that is entire India. At that time, what are the internal things that you have to see? You must see that you are having sufficient finance, you must see that you are having sufficient labor, you must see that you are having sufficient raw material, machines, and everything. Now when you are hiring many people, you must pay them with salary or wages, so you have to see you have sufficient funds. Okay, now it's not that you want to manufacture for entire India and you are having only one machinery, then it's not possible for you. So whatever segmentation you are going to make, on the basis of that you must back up with the internal resources as well as the external resources. Okay, external situation may be your external environment. Okay, so it might be your legal, maybe some license are required, whether you have it. Okay, who are your competitors, how you are going to respond to your competitors, how you can do better than them. So you have to see the suitability of your segmentation. Okay, so everything you have to see whether the things are matching with your goals, objectives, and also you have to check each and everything. So that is what suitability. Then adequate demand. So adequate demand, it is the basic condition for successful segmentation. So in order for your segmentation to be successful, you have to see that you have demand, because if you don't have demand for your product, at that time you won't have any profit. If you don't have any profit, at that time you cannot run your company in the long run. It's really very hard for the company to run. Okay, that's why you have to see on the basis of the segmentation whatever you are making, you have lots of customers. So each of related segments must be able and willing to buy companies offers. Okay, so whatever segmentation you have made, you have to see that it is available to the customers. Okay, and they know about your product, they are aware about your product, and they are going to demand your product. Okay, so you have to create the demand over there. Then reach. The segmentations should be such that a firm can meet reasonably the expectations of selected segments. Okay, so you have to form a segmentation in such a way that it must reach the consumers. Okay, now for example, if I say Maggie. Okay, or let's take any product, say Cadbury. Okay, now is there any Cadbury manufacturing unit in Sirsi? It is not there. But are Cadbury products available in Sirsi? Say Dairy Milk, it might be Cadbury Dairy Milk, it may be Cadbury Bonvita or Cadbury Perk. So many products are there, but it is still available in Sirsi. Why? Because the reach is high. See, nowadays to reach the consumers, it's not at all a difficult task because of your online marketing or online shopping. Okay, because the things which are not available in Sirsi or in the local areas, we can make it available for ourselves through online. Okay, it might be any kind of products. See, there are certain products, say there are products like a Tribe Concept, there are various brands. Okay, maybe sunscreen and all, which are not available locally, but we can get one for ourselves with the help of online marketing. Okay, so here you have to choose, as a company you have to choose how you are going to distribute your product, how you are going to reach your final customers. Okay, by what mode you are going, whether you are going online or offline. Okay, so coming to your online marketing also, it is not easy. See, in online marketing also there are lots and lots of competitors, and there is competition between each and every site. Okay, see, there is Myntra, there is Ajio. Okay, let's take two example. Maybe some part of the population is compatible with Myntra, some part of the population is compatible with Ajio. Why? Because of the app. Okay, so what kind of app you are formulating? If you are going for online marketing, how compatible you are making your app? Okay, so there will be certain apps. Suppose if you open a single product and if you come back at that time again, they will make you, or they will show you the first product only, that is at the top of the page you will be there. Okay, so there will be some apps, when you open the particular product, or when you open the description of the product and come back, you'll be in the same page wherever you had stopped. Okay, so that is what this also impacts the consumer, because whenever such little things happens, it will irritate the consumers and they will not prefer to shop in your app. So how you are going to reach? Okay, how, whether your distribution channels are proper or no. Suppose if you are going for direct marketing, at that time you require more finance, whether you are having the finance or no. If you are going for indirect marketing, at that time who are your middlemen, how are you going to contact the middlemen? So everything, reach is nothing but how you are going to reach. You must reach your consumers, whether through direct, indirect, or maybe through some other modes. Okay, next one, actionable. The segmentation must permit the company to take necessary action. It must be able to tackle the problems and to enjoy the opportunities. That is, in future, suppose if any problems arise in your company, okay, maybe there is there is something going wrong, or there is a problem which has been created on your product, and your goodwill is likely to be shaken. At that time, how you are going to tackle the problems? Okay, the best of example for this we can say Nestle Maggie. Okay, so in the past years, all of us are aware, so what was the issue and all, or everybody were against that particular brand. Now, did Maggie, Nestle Maggie, or Nestle company, did they stop the production of Maggie? They did not stop. Okay, they took aggressive advertisement policies. They hired such celebrities to publish their brand. Okay, again they came up. So nowadays you can see the ads also. Okay, so they are trying to create a image in the minds of the customer that their product is very healthy. Okay, that is what they are actionable. They took the action when the goodwill was drowning. Okay, they did not stop the production. They did not let those, whatever the accuses were there, whether it was reality or no. So they tried to stop it, and they tried to enter into the market once again. Not once again, but they were in the market, but trying to maintain the goodwill. Okay, so then they came up with Atta Maggie, then so etc etc, all of us know about that. Okay, so that is what actionable. That is, whenever problems are arising on the part of your product, how are you going to cope up with that? How you are going to deal with that? Okay, so that is what actionable. Next one, measurable. Consumers who belong to a particular target market and segment should be clearly defined. See, measurable means what? Whom you are going to target. Suppose if I am producing salt, okay, who is my target audience? Everybody. Okay, now suppose if I am going to manufacture baby products, at the time who will be my audience? Not babies, but I will make an advertisement influencing on mothers. Okay, that is, you watch any advertisement, like any baby products, they will target on mothers, that saying this is best for your baby, only the best thing should reach your baby. So why? That is what measurable. Now, so whatever market you are choosing on the basis of age, income, or any other factor, it should be measurable. Okay, so the characteristics to include or exclude identification of a market segment should also be well defined. Target market segmentation should be in terms of population, income, and age, along with other factors. And also that whatever products you are selling, you must have the account of that. Okay, that is where you have sold those products, who have purchased those products. Okay, that's why whenever you are making sales, whenever the companies are making sales, they maintain a invoice. Okay, they give you a invoice as well. They keep a invoice with themselves also, in order to see who is demanding more about their product. Okay, in which area or in which locality the sales is more for their product. Okay, so measurable means what? It should be easily measured. Okay, it is not like something, it should not be something qualitative, but it should be quantitative in nature. Next, profitable. So profitable, whatever you are doing in the business, it is to earn profit. Okay, in the same way, whatever segmentation you are going, so the market segmentation should be large enough to be worth of acting. Its main aim is to enjoy economy of scale and fulfill the needs of customers. So here what you have to see, you have to satisfy the needs and wants of consumers also. Along with that, you have to see that it brings profit to the company also. Okay, see, if you are only satisfying consumer needs, at that time it won't be profitable for you. Okay, maybe you are having goodwill, but if you don't have profit, at that time it will be hard for you as a company to run the business. Therefore, you have to see that you are earning sufficient profits from the market segmentation you are going. Okay, now if you are going for your branded cars and all, say BMW, Audi, and those people, okay, or those companies, what they do, they earn sufficient profit, okay. So demand is also there. Demand in the sense they won't go for marketing in each and every segmentation. They have set their segmentation apart, that is, it is for high income people, okay. So only high income people will prefer those cars, okay. That's why it's profitable to them, okay. So you have to see that it is profitable, whatever segment you are dividing, it is profitable to you. Next we'll see advantages of market segmentation. So you can expect these advantages for 5 marks, and if they ask you the importance also, you can write the same thing. So helps to distinguish one customer group from another within a given market. So your market segmentation, here you can divide the total market. So as per which group you are dealing with, on the basis of that you can make the production, okay. Suppose if you are going for baby apparel, at that time it is clear that you have to manufacture the products for babies only. For example, your Poppies brand, okay. So Poppies, it is reserved for babies only, okay. You can, if you want anything, you can buy from Poppies, okay. So it is related to babies, okay. Now if I say Myntra, it is for fashion. If I say Amazon, it is for everything, that is, you can get fashion things also, you can get your home appliances, everything you can get, okay. So that is what you know what your market is going to deal in, okay. Next one, facilitates proper choice of target market. Yes. So as per your resources, suppose if you have little finance or little resources, you can only target on smaller area, or you can go for local market only, okay. If you have large amount of money, or if you have lots of resources, at that time you can choose your target market wisely, okay. So who are your target market, okay. On the basis of your internal resources as well as external resources, you can choose the target market wisely. Then wise media selection, okay. So what is this wise media selection? On the basis of your market segmentation, you can select the advertising media very successfully, okay. I have you seen the ads of Fast Track, okay. If you have seen one, you can see those focus on the teenagers only, okay. Why? Because Fast Track is mainly for teenagers. Now they have come up with kids collection also, okay. So that is what, you know who you are targeting. Suppose if you go for Cadbury Silk, okay, generally they focus on youngsters, okay. So because the segmentation is made for such people. Suppose if it is baby products, the concentration is on mom. Suppose if it is health drinks, say your Boost, Bonvita and all, again the focus is on moms, okay. So that the psychology of the moms, okay, they know, because we know mothers always prefer best for their kids. So whenever they feel see the ads, so they will feel motivated, maybe this product is very good for my kid, and they will go and purchase it, okay. So wise media selection. Suppose if you are going for smaller market, if you are going for local market or local shop, at that time will you give your advertisement on national television? Say you will give your advertisement on Star Plus and all? No, you will go for local channel advertisement. You will go for door to door, or maybe distribution of pamphlets and all, okay. So your market segmentation helps you as a company to select the correct media. Next, designing a product. So market segmentation helps in designing the product that really matches the demand of the target audience. So who are our target audience, okay. On the basis of that, you can design the product. Suppose if I'm focusing on say people above 45, okay, in the current scenario, in the pandemic situation, so what can I focus, what kind of products I can make? Maybe immunity builder. So you can see everywhere in the TV nowadays, everybody is focusing on immunity. Why? As per the situation, they are shifting their focus, okay. So that's why if I want to start some products and all, so what I will do, I will focus on that particular age group, okay. Now suppose now in the current scenario, people have focused to people have become health conscious, okay. That is, they want to take good care of their health and all. So if I take that into my mind, at that time I can go for some healthy products, okay, that is homemade products and all, and I can advertise it in such a way that it will motivate the people who are health conscious to buy my product. So it will help me to design my product very wisely, Okay, now suppose if I am making something for the high class people, at that time the packaging also must be very classy, it must be good. Okay, so on the basis of that I can design my product. Then helps divide the market and conquer them. So here what happens, you are going to divide the market, and slowly you will find what are their needs, what are their wants, you will design the product and you will conquer them. That is, you will try to keep the consumers for a longer period of time, that is making them loyal towards your brand. Then helps to know exact need of target buyer, so what the market needs exactly. Okay, again let's take the example of your baby products. There are n number of baby products and there are n number of competitors in that also. Okay, first it was only Johnson and Johnson, later on again they had some issue and all, then now there are lots of competitors. Say Chico, there is Mama Earth, then Moms and Co, lots of companies are there. So everybody is striving hard to give the best to the final consumer. Okay, so maybe some product, okay, say any rash creams, and also what they will do, they will focus on a particular ingredient and they will try to attract them. So here it will help you to know the exact need of target buyer. Then makes marketing effort more efficient and economic. See, when you know who is your focus, who is your ultimate audience, at that time you can only focus on those people only. Okay, suppose if you are manufacturing, say, smartwatches. Okay, so you know your target audience will be maybe from 15 to 30 years. At that time you will only focus on them, you won't go for the people who are 10 years and all. You will only focus on the people, or on the people who are 15 to 30 years. And the advertisement strategy or whatever marketing mix strategy is that, it will be on the basis of that only. So it will save your time, it will save your money also. Then helps spot the less satisfied segments and succeed by satisfying such segments. Okay, so wherever the demand is less, at that time you can identify why the people are not demanding your product. So are there any loopholes in your product? Okay, so you have to, it helps you to find out that, and you can also succeed by satisfying what was the actual need. As per that you can make the changes in your product. And last one, brings benefit not only to the marketer but also to the customer. Okay, so here what happens, because of your market segmentation, here the marketer, that is the company, also is company is also benefited, and also the customers are benefited. Okay, the best example is your Jio. So when Jio entered into the market, who was the most benefitor of that? It was the consumers. Everybody shifted to Jio, that is 1 GB data per day. Okay, it was the offer, that too free sim, everything was free at the beginning stage of Jio. Okay, at that time who were the maximum benefiters? It were the customers. Okay, later on it changed. Okay, so here you have to see that as a company, your market segmentation, whatever you are making, okay, whatever market segmentation you have made, it will benefit you also and even your customers also. Okay, so this is about market segmentation. So this is the last topic from second chapter. So from Monday we will be starting with the new chapter, that is third chapter. Okay, so if you are having any doubts regarding the chapter, you can ask me. Thank you, have a nice day and have a nice weekend.